And today we're working with just Bartlett pears. And you want to have them ripe, but not super ripe. And all we want to do with these is not even take the skin off. We just want to cut them up into thin slices, because we're going to use these as slices in the cake itself. We're not going to chop them up. I put them in a bowl. You need 2 to 3 pears for this. We're using a 9-inch springform pan. And then I just give those pears a little bit of honey, or you could use some maple syrup. So just a little honey to give them a little added sweetness. And this is a good trick for any fruit that you're using that maybe isn't exactly ripe enough and you want a little sweeter taste to it. Add a little bit of honey or maple syrup. So you just mix that around and let that just set aside. Now we want to get our pan prepared with something really nice that's going to go in the base of it, and that'll be amaretti cookies. So my pan is all ready. I've put the crumbs in over the parchment paper, and I've lined it, you see, with the pears. So there are our pear slices. So you want to start with your wet ingredients. And here we have 4 eggs. So in a bowl, you want to beat up those eggs. So once the eggs are somewhat mixed, you can start adding your sugar. So here we have our sugar, because they'll whip much nicer. So about 1/3 cup of milk goes in, putting all our wet ingredients in together first. And then instead of butter, we're using olive oil. So a good extra virgin olive oil. Here we have 6 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. This not only is better for you in the cake, but it gives this cake a really nice, moist texture. You can stop and work with your dry ingredients. So that's all ready to go. We're just going to set that aside. Let me talk to you about the dry ingredients for this, because now we're going to use an unbleached all-purpose flour. So I know I have 3 cups in there, so I'm going to put the rest of this in here and add the rest of my dry ingredients. So we have salt, so about 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, that's going to be our leavening agent, a good teaspoon of cinnamon, and a wonderful grinding of nutmeg. I really like nutmeg in this cake with the pears. It's really very nice together. So now you want to sift that through so that all of the dry ingredients are well mixed together. So in it goes. And now we're just going to beat that up. So do that on low speed so you can get that all mixed in really, really well. All right, so when this is all well mixed, then we can put it now into our pan. So do that gently. Put it right over the pears. And a 9-inch springform pan is going to be absolutely perfect for this. And I'm going to take the rest of the cookies and sprinkle them on. You want to put them in the batter, you can do that too. So the rest of the amaretti go on. And now the pear slices. So I just do the same thing that I did on the bottom. I just take these thin slices, just like that. Does this look nice? And now we're ready to put this in the oven.